So you've seen my other refrigerator videos where I did a review on the Cybertruck refrigerator, and I've done the Model Y trunk refrigerator. Well, from our friends over at TesStudio, this is the cabin refrigerator and heater, and it is actually a pretty unique product, and I think some folks may find a good bit of value in it. It may not work for everybody, so I highly recommend sticking around for the rest of the review and the install in the video, and we'll touch on all of that here in just a moment. Until then, you can look in the description below to see how you can get a great discount on this particular product, other Tesla accessories. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you back in just a moment. Hey everybody, and welcome back. So I'm here with the TesStudio cabin refrigerator, and I want to show you a few things about it because, like I said, it may not be for everybody, because one of the issues with it is that if you've watched my previous videos, then you've noticed that I've checked out the volume of these refrigerators. This particular refrigerator is, well, let's face it, it's a little on the small side. And to show you exactly how small, because if you recall my previous videos where we did the Cybertruck refrigerator, we did about a dozen or so Gatorades. Remember these? We did about 12 of these in the Cybertruck refrigerator. Then we did the Model Y trunk refrigerator, in which case we put about 5 of these in there. Well, we're gonna try this with this one. And as you will see, we put our drink into the refrigerator. And well, that should give you an idea of about the size of this thing. It won't even fit one of these regular sized drinks in there. And so that gives me cause for concern right off the bat. However, I will note that it takes the mini versions of these bottles, or if you have the really small mini waters, you can put that in here and they do fit. And you'll be able to fit about 4 of those. You can't even stand this up in here because it's, well, quite frankly, it's too tall. So because of that, it's not going to fit your regular size drink. So let's start there. So if you're looking to put your regular size drinks in there, this will not work. The small mini ones does work. So that's one of the main drawbacks about this particular refrigerator. However, this refrigerator hides a secret that the others do not have. And that is the fact that it can actually heat your stuff. And when I say heat your stuff, I'm talking it could get up past 100 degrees Fahrenheit in order to warm whatever is inside the refrigerator. Now, you say, well, okay, why do I want to warm anything in a refrigerator? That doesn't even make sense. Well, if you happen to have bottles for a baby, let's say, you might want to warm them up. This is a way to do it. And in fact, this particular model can hold 4 of those small bottles with formula that you can actually warm up. In addition to bottles, you know, they even advertise the fact that, hey, you can put 6 croissants in here. I mean, you know, who doesn't like a really good croissant? I mean, I love my ham and cheese croissants. So you can put it in here, warm up your croissant while you're on the road so that you could actually get it warm. So while, yeah, it's a pretty small refrigerator, it does have some features that the other ones do not. And so, you know, I don't think it actually directly competes with the other ones, but I think it works hand in hand. So you can take your cold meals or cold bottles out of the other refrigerator, plop into this bad boy, and actually start warming it up. And for the mothers and fathers out there that totes around a baby with baby bottles, you know how important this is. So from that standpoint, I like it. So let's go ahead and get this installed. It's actually really pretty simple, and I'll show you how to put it in the vehicle. Okay, so here we're in the vehicle, and I'm here with the refrigerator, and the first thing we have to do is to install this bracket right here. And what's going to happen is this lip right here is going to go underneath the console, and you're just going to push down on the console and shove this in, and it's going to fit securely in there. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so here's the lip, here's the seam that we're actually going to push it down. I'm actually going to push down and into it, push it in just like this. It's bend down and it goes in just like that. And there we go. All right, now that we have the bracket installed, what's going to wind up happening is that I am going to take these screws that are right here. We're going to screw the bracket into these little screw holes right here. All right, so we got the refrigerator installed. There's just one last piece to go. This piece right here attaches the USB port on the front of the refrigerator to the USB port in the vehicle. So it's gonna just snap in here. This USB port's going to fit into the front of the refrigerator. Okay, so we have the USB plugged in here. This is the spot that goes into the fridge. This actually goes into the USB port that's actually in the console of your vehicle. And you see the power button actually lit up. So we can actually press on that. So 5 degrees centigrade is as low as it goes. So that's about 42 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's as cold as it's going to get. Whereas the other refrigerators were getting around almost freezing. Now that's for cooling. Let's check out heating. How high can we go in the heating? So here's how we're going to turn it to heating mode. We're going to press the heating button here. So we have the shelf in here, and I've turned it up to 50 degrees Celsius, and that's pretty warm. So we're gonna just leave it here for a little while, and well, we'll see how it does. All right, so we've given it about a half an hour or so to heat up very nicely. And currently it is sitting at about 44 degrees Celsius for those here in the US. That's about 111 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's pretty darn warm in there. And so I am going to do the smartest possible thing I can do, which is, well, stick my hand in it. So let's go and see how hot it actually is. Press the button. I can stick my hand in there. It's warm. It's pretty warm. I don't know if it's 111. It's probably blowing 111 degree air, but it's actually blowing kind of warm. Like I said, if you have baby bottles in there and you want that to warm them up, it will definitely do that. It won't get it too hot. So it's about the same temperature as like a bottle warmer. I would definitely put it at that. But it works. That's what I can say. And it definitely utilizes the USB. But as I said, remember, this one is small and it may take a while for it to cool down as well. We haven't tested the cool down function here, and we're going to try it here in a minute. See how cold it can actually get. Cross fingers, we'll let you know. Okay, so we have let the refrigerator cool down for a bit. It's been about 45 minutes, almost an hour. Unfortunately, it's only down to about 16 degrees Celsius, which when you do the math on that, that's about 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, granted, we did take it down from 111 degrees Fahrenheit, but it's still cooling down. The other refrigerators that I evaluated, they would have been a lot colder at this point. And I can see where some folks may not be happy, and they just ticked down to 15. So that's progress, 15 degrees Celsius. That's exactly 59 degrees Fahrenheit. So I can see where some folks would not like it because it's not cooling down fast enough for them. Because if I had been on an hour-long trip, my drink still wouldn't exactly be cold yet. So there is that. Maybe if I had started it off from a colder temperature and I let it cool down a lot longer prior to getting into the vehicle, you can do that. That's an option. But as of right now, it's just not cooling down that quickly. Now, in terms of heating up, it heated up fairly quickly. And it's like I said, you know, if I had a baby bottle or if I had a hot pocket, I was still trying to keep warm. It worked pretty well. So I think that's where this one kind of lies at. Its refrigeration is mediocre, truth be told. But the fact that it could actually heat your fluids and heat your food that you may put in there, especially, I guess, croissants, it's a thing. I like a warm croissant. It actually works. So I think it actually works in partnership with the refrigerator that goes actually in the trunk. So don't depend on this one so much for cooling your drinks and things of that nature. You can do it, but it's not the best thing in the world to do. But it's really good at heating things up and keeping your stuff warm that you want to keep warm. Now, having said that, in order to utilize this refrigerator routinely, remember, it's on the USB port. So you actually have to go into the screen, into your charging menu to actually hit keep accessories on. Otherwise, when you get out of the car, the refrigerator/heater will turn itself off. So don't forget about that. That's also true of your refrigerator in the back. So The other thing that I'm not too happy about is the size of the refrigerator. It's pretty small. It's not going to take a bunch of drinks. It's not even going to take a full-size water bottle. It's going to take these little miniature bottles. If you want something that's really going to cool your drinks and get the full-size water bottle, I highly recommend getting the trunk version of this refrigerator, and that will work for you a lot better. This is not it, though, because the sizing on this, it's definitely lacking. But for small miniature bottles and things of that nature, not a problem to go in here. It'll work out perfectly. So if you like what you see here, don't forget to look in the description below to see how you can get a great discount on this particular product, other Tesla accessories. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And, if you like it, don't like it, if you came to the same conclusion I did. And I'll talk to you again soon. Peace.